Okay, well, welcome to another small episode of the Non-Expert Vegan. And I just had a couple of thoughts. I was just getting ready to get something to eat here. Hope everybody's Christmas was good. Um, so I'm just in here in my kitchen, and I was going to eat. Actually, I guess you're seeing the reverse. I'm going to have to do something about the camera because it's sort of the reverse on my iPhone. But anyways, I'm eating the beast burger, make using a little grapeseed oil, and gonna fry this in the skillet a little bit, cook it in the skillet. And the major point of this video, and any comments obviously are welcome. The major point is, what does everybody think about Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide about non-hybrid foods? As a recent vegan myself, very recent, it's only been like a little over a month that I've started to go vegan, and it's been about 6 months, actually longer than that, because I guess it's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and it's like seven months plus. I've been on an alkaline diet, and I really see myself going towards the non-hybrid food list, but I still haven't totally disciplined myself to do that. It's just a matter of making choices and transitioning, and kind of quickly, and phasing out some of the older foods that I'm still hanging on to. But I did want to get that is the point of this video. What does everybody think of the validity or the credibility of the particularly, I guess, Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide? You can find that on Dr. CBcellfood.com. And I've recently purchased a couple of his products. I've just tried a few, but I haven't really gotten majorly into that by any stretch, with the herbs and so forth. But I'm leaning that way, and the more that I read online about veganism and raw foods, and I start to read a little bit about herbs, and so the more I read, the more I want to read, more about hybrid versus non-hybrid foods. I want to check. I've been reading articles pro and con, and so I can make up my mind, come to my own conclusions. As usual, we all have to. So I wondered what anybody's thoughts were about what you think of if hybrid foods are good or not. I am actually starting to lean towards Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide of his deemed hybrid, or I should say, he's no longer with us, but it was his list, I guess, that he started about wild foods, non-hybrid foods to eat. So it is, the more you start to read about it, the more it gets interesting to me, because I don't think most of us, and I can speak for myself, just thought that most of the foods that we consume, even like vegetables and things like that, so-called good foods, I never stopped to think about them being hybrid foods or man-made foods. And the more you start to read about it, the more I start to see, well, you might have some hybrid foods that maybe are still good to eat. You can post your comments on that. And what I mean by that is hybrid foods that weren't made artificially by man, by humans. So, but it sounds to me like, from what I read, and I read a really good article that I should cite, I read most of it, that I have bookmarked on my phone. And like I said, I want to read other sources here besides Dr. Sebi, because maybe I think you have to do that. You have to consider a variety of sources. And if things seem like they're backed up by other sources, then maybe it'll be easier for you to come to your conclusions, for me to come to my conclusion. But, it seems from what little I've read, that broccoli, cauliflower, celery, carrots are all man-made foods. They're not hybrid foods that were naturally made in nature. Like when you think of hybrid foods being made in nature, maybe the wind spreading pollen or making it possible for multiple or a couple plants to crossbreed. But that's something that happens with nature. It's actually like bees, carrying pollen and so forth. I am starting to lean towards that, hey, this non-hybrid foods list, or having a diet composed of mostly, if not all, non-hybrid foods is the way to go. So this is the non-expert vegan, just wanting anybody's comments. Tell me what you think. Thanks.